deep state collapsing, C.I.A. being defanged, shadow government defeat inevitable. The internet has changed everything, and there's nothing the C.I.A. can do about it. From this point forward, dismantling the shadow government is really only a matter of execution. Cosmic Convergence Research Group (TPTB) made a huge mistake when they built the internet for themselves and their misguided purposes. They conceived it as the ultimate weapon of mass deception, and means to completely control the planetary realm, and so it is. However, they did not realize the extent to which it could, and would, be used against them. Google Rothschild and see how their name is now associated with every foul endeavor under the sun, both past and present. Ditto that for Rockefeller, Bush, Clinton, Obama, Soros, Kissinger, etc. Just this reversal of fortune alone has majorly taken the wind out of the sails of their New World Order agenda. The genie is out of the bottle, and there ain't no putting it back in. And that genie is coming right for the ruling elites with the sharp sword of truth and avenging scales of justice. Longtime political analyst and investigative reporter. Here's what really happened. With the advent of the World Wide Web in the late 1980s, and especially the Internet in 1995, everything changed. The entire world became digitally connected so that people everywhere could connect in myriad and diverse ways. This exceedingly monumental development permitted every human being to have immediate access to the global information database. Once this pivotal milestone was passed, the unparalleled sharing of privileged information and sensitive data began in earnest. Key point: this single info-sharing dynamic has created unlimited opportunities for people to disseminate their own radioactive truths. Some of these truths are capable of bringing down corrupt governments anywhere, as well as exposing multi-century criminal conspiracies perpetrated on a global scale. The Internet and the global control matrix. Before the Internet, it was extremely easy for the controllers of the Earth realm to maintain an information data lockdown. TPTB have done this for millennia with great ease and extraordinary success. After the Internet began running at full tilt, it's practically impossible to do so. Even with AI tech entities overseeing the net 24/7, efforts to control the release and or flow of classified info is completely futile. Now that Russia is building their own Internet, all attempts to censor the truth on the WWW are destined to fail. Because we live in the information age dominated and controlled by the Internet, information is power. Hence, whoever controls the global information processing apparatus controls the planet. However, the global control matrix is no longer manageable because the Internet is incapable of being micromanaged without major blowback. In view of how the Internet interpenetrates every aspect of life, especially the economy, it cannot be shut down without tremendous repercussions. Even if Deep State flat-out seized control of the Internet, they would fail in their pursuit of total lockdown. The CIA, C.I.A., FBI, and DHS already use Google, Facebook, Twitter and others 24/7 to enforce their Big Brother regime. Nevertheless, they always fall far short of what are essentially unattainable objectives. People power. With each passing day, more people awaken to the fabricated false reality that has been continuously programmed by the agents of the power elite. More people are currently breaking free from the control matrix, a matrix that's literally cracking up in real time. Because of the Internet, the digitally connected in particular have access to more truth than ever, especially if they know where to find it. Once awakened by the enlightening truth, each human being will naturally cut a new profile in the world, within their families and their communities. The ineluctable transfer of this newfound power to the people cannot be stopped. It may be thwarted, or temporarily misdirected, but it cannot be taken away once received. Once in possession of the truth, the people have effectively been set free. Set free from what? Earth has been set up as a prison planet for millennia. The bars of the prison are made of lies and falsehood. The concrete walls are made of deceit, duplicity and dishonesty. The barbed wire is composed of prevarication and equivocation, distortion and misrepresentation. The watchtowers forever beam disinfo, misinfo and false info everywhere, all the time. The prison warden is an expert in the use of multifarious weapons of mass deception. The guards use double-dealing and dissimulation at every turn. Now that populations around the globe are being liberated from the many false paradigms, they are free to seek the truth. In fact, the Internet allows them to follow the facts and the truth to wherever it leads them. And the truth shall set you free. JFK and 9/11. Imagine how quickly the world would change were nations everywhere to know the truth about both of the preceding historic events: the JFK assassination in November 1963 and the false flag terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. For example, if the American people truly understood that the CIA assassinated President John F. Kennedy, things would change with a DC newsflash. Likewise, were the citizenry to know that 9/11 was an inside job perpetrated by rogue elements within the U.S. government, the United States of America would change in a New York minute. It's now impossible for the Internet censors to suppress these and many other much more highly consequential facts of life on planet Earth. They simply cannot control the spontaneous explosions of truth that are now occurring throughout every sphere of life. Just look at the ongoing supernova of disclosure concerning Harvey Jude. The more that truth trickles throughout the planetary civilization, the more we the people will be empowered to take back our power. With this crucial shift in our individual and then collective posture, people of conscience standing in their own truth will be compelled to speak that truth to power. At the critical point, and it's happening right now, Deep State will experience a freefall collapse. The CIA will be terminated. And the shadow government will lose all power to control the destiny of the American Republic. TPTB have a plan B. The power elite do have a contingency plan in place to preclude their unavoidable downfall. Their highly misguided scheme is being implemented by way of their rapidly unfolding AI agenda. TPTB really believe they can create an all-powerful and fail-safe control mechanism using autonomous superintelligence. Their numerous covert high enterprises have one goal of paramount importance: that every human being will be incessantly monitored and controlled so as to prevent emancipation from the prison planet. In this way, the elites hope to maintain their ascendancy throughout the earthly domain. However, what these same ill-advised characters fail to realize is the following about technological singularity: humanity stands at the edge of the abyss. Special note: the actual predicament directly caused by the Internet is that TPTB failed to realize that, once it was online, they could not hope to control the outbreaks of truth-telling. How can they? They don't have the personnel, the resources, the time, or the necessary capacity to react to every eruption of truth that occurs on the net. It's quite humorous watching the net guardians try to contain the fake news meme that President Trump has unleashed into cyberspace. And fake news is just a very accurate pejorative, not a highly classified data point capable of toppling a horde of VIPs or stopping a major war. It's never been so much fun watching the MSM talking heads go apoplectic on air because of the truth bombs falling all over the place. This is the real reason why the end is very near for the powers that were. They simply cannot manage, nor contain, the overwhelming and unrelenting onslaught of truth all over the Internet. Alt media. The single greatest development on the Internet post-2000 is the emergence of the alternative media. Variously known as the Fifth Estate and the alt media, this burgeoning media phenomena has completely changed the game. The fact of the matter is that the alt media has become such a game changer. The mainstream media MSM has been forced to respond on a regular basis to its growing power and influence. This unprecedented relationship is now fraught with daily battles which only serve to expose the treachery and treason, perfidy and propaganda which issues forth daily from the MSM. Truly, the alt media has become the standard bearer for truth and factual journalism. For the first time in the third millennium, investigative journalism has seen a rebirth. And inconvenient truths for TPTB are being spread across the planet with a single keystroke. Much of that truth concerns the mundane sources of power that have ruled the planet from time immemorial. The ruling families, their secret societies and orders, as well as their countless corporate entities, are being outed with increasing frequency. These revelations alone make it very difficult for TPTB to rule in secrecy as they once did. The bottom line here is that the world has changed in immense ways since 1995. Although very few really apprehend the profound and fundamental effects on postmodern societies, they are beginning to manifest with a vengeance. Conclusion. There can only be one conclusion to this quickly evolving narrative: the curtain will soon drop on the Illuminati. When that happens, Deep State will collapse like the Twin Towers did on September 11. The CIA will be defanged in a day and a night. The world's shadow government will cease to function, before it ceases to exist altogether. Inasmuch as the Internet has completely taken over this plane of existence, it can be wielded as a double-edged sword. While the net is being utilized systematically to take over the minds of users everywhere, it's also being employed to reveal the inner workings of the global control matrix. Now that the New World Order agenda has been exposed as a sinister scheme to further imprison humanity, it has been halted. The planned totalitarian one-world government can no longer be established. World dominion by the NWO globalist cabal has been forever averted. Cosmic Convergence Research Group, December 2, 2017. Editor's note. In spite of these setbacks for the NWO crowd, their hidden agents in Deep State will continue to attempt to overthrow Trump any way they can. Which is why the POTUS will be forced to exercise the military option probably sooner than later. As follows: Trump has only one response to the ongoing soft coup being run by rogue elements within the U.S. intelligence community.